Hello students, Miss Slyman here. Notice example 10. We talked about restricting the domain up in example 8. So I already answered that question in example 8. So if you need to see 10, go watch the video for that. Example 11, we want to find the inverse if it exists. Well, let's think about this graph. F of x I could rewrite as negative x squared plus 4. I know that that graph goes up 4 and then factors x plus 2, x minus 2. Let's pretend like I went through the 2's. We can make that happen. All right, well, let's just draw it again. All right, so let's do this. Call that negative 2, 2 in the middle. Call that one 4. All right, so there's my f of x. Well, this fails the horizontal line test. So as written, f of x does not have an inverse. So as written, I'm going to write f inverse of x does not exist. But, and on a test, if we wanted you to restrict the domain to make it exist, we would say that. I'm just going to do it so we have more practice with it. If we say f of x for x, so I'm going to pick this branch. That branch is x greater than or equal to 0. Then f inverse exists. So let's find it. So again, remember we switch x and y. And then let's actually switch them. So switch x and y, solve for y. So I'll have x minus 4 equals y squared, negative y squared. Negative x minus 4 equals y squared. So then y would be equal to plus or minus square root of this. However, since we're only looking at our right branch, that's going to be the positive version. So square root negative x minus 4. So notice we don't write the plus minus. We had to choose which one it is. So if I'm inversing this branch, then that's going to be my graph that looks like this, 4, 2. And that's going to be the positive version, the one that's above the x-axis. So 4, 2. That's going to be the inverse because I took the domain for this branch. So I can write that f inverse of x square root negative x minus 4. I'm not expanding this because we'll talk about that when we get to the transformations unit. But having this negative outside of parentheses rather than being distributed helps me see this picture better. I've moved the graph 4 to the right. And normally a square root graph would point this way. This negative flips it over the y-axis so that it points this way.